Hear me out, man. If you don't want to get your phone robbed, just put it in your front pocket. That's the safest place it's gonna be.
I genuinely disagree. I know you think of this a certain way, but I think if you put it in your back pocket, I think people are less likely to grab it. Like, if you're a thief, right? I feel like all thieves are like a little bit homophobic, right? So they're not willing to like grab another man's ass to pull that phone out of the back pocket.
Okay, the way I see it, right? Me, if I was a thief, hypothetically, I'd be a fucking gremlin. I'm already robbing you, so like, damn, I'm gonna make sure I get that good feel before I take that phone.
Yeah, you're going to jail. Welcome back, everybody.
This is episode 33, y'all. Woo! Episode
33, the cursed number. I think whenever you see two numbers repeated, that's a cursed number. And you know how like I want to say woman sometimes, but I'm trying to step away.
I was
from
just about to say.
Yeah,
I was about to say like, oh, it's 10:10. Your girl like, hey, angel numbers. I'm like, we're late, bro. We gotta go.
I'm trying my best to step away from like misogyny and like the patriarchy, because like low key, high key, patriarchy kind of fell off. Let's be honest here. The patriarchy is kind of falling off.
It's mid now.
It's mid, all right? Like, misogyny is like, let's get rid of that, all right? I don't fuck with misogyny no more. Back in the day, you used to fuck with a little misogyny, okay? But not enough that it would warrant anything like that.
Misogyny led to some of the greatest foods in the world. Countries that have misogyny, bro, the cooking there is fire, bro.
Wait, misogyny is not when you're getting a massage?
Yes, I know. It's like when you like treat women less than, right?
Bro, I thought misogyny meant that you're giving massages.
Bro, why are we just unprovoked lying right now?
Yeah, I'm lying. I was just trying to make a joke. But you could just play along. You could just pretend like I'm like being real for 1 second and live it up and pretend like in my head. We're joking about misogyny. Misogyny was never cool, all right? But I will say, just talking about the patriarchy kind of fell off. Like, if we're being real right now.
What do you mean by that?
It just fell off. Like,
in what way?
I think men don't hit the same. If I'm gonna be honest with you, like, men just not hitting the way
they used to hit different for you.
Like, I feel like men used to hit different for me, and now
I don't know, man. It sounds kind of sus.
Yeah, and now it's just like men not doing it for me no more. If that makes sense to you.
Wow.
I hope that makes some sense to you, and I'm not just talking crazy. Does that not make any sense to you? So we're just gonna. All right, let's address the elephant in the room. All right, sorry to just be blunt and completely annihilate whatever thought process we were about to have. We're in a new place,
bro. If I fart, bro, everybody hearing that shit, bro. It's so loud in here.
Yeah, it's such an echoey room.
I know y'all heard like what sounded like probably a gunshot to the microphone,
but this is my life. Okay, I went from not having moved in 15 years to having moved.
Now he's homeless.
Now I moved.
We're actually in a back alley right now.
Inside of a room.
Yeah.
I moved twice in the span of 6 months.
Wow.
That's fucking a lot. And I plan to move again this year.
That used to be me as a child.
It's not fun. And I think it is fucking with my mental health. Oh my God. I hate coming on this podcast and treat it like fucking therapy.
But we are... I don't even think 5 minutes in. We're back to this.
I need help. No, I'm joking.
This is the cry.
But it does feel weird because how long have you lived where you live now?
Years, more than a decade.
And you feel like that's your home now. Like, you feel like
it's so bad.
I understand you want to leave it, but like there's some sort of like comfort. Like, like you're going back to the same place often. But right now, I've been moving so much where I feel like I have no like foothold on the world. And I think like you always need that base to come back to, right? Right now, I feel like I don't have a base. I feel like I'm just a fucking nomad, just fucking roaming around the fucking earth trying to figure out what I want to do. Okay? That's what I've been feeling. But I've just been so disconnected from reality because I have no base, bruh. It's like playing fucking Minecraft. Okay? After you go out on this giant expedition, you come back to your bed and you put shit in your chest.
Motherfucker like me just throw a bed into a random location and just sleep there.
But you have a base. Like you put all your shit back at your base with your chest. Like your farms, everything leads back to your base because that is your like base of operations. But what happens if you don't have a base of operations? You have one chest over there, one chest over there. You can't find your cobblestone. You can't find your dirt. And that's a metaphor for life.
I don't like it.
Life is like Minecraft.
Life is like cobble. Hard as fuck.
No, life is not that hard. But how have you been? We have Move the pod. We move the date so much that we might as well just post on Thursdays.
True.
Let's be honest here. We're not great at this.
Yeah, bro. I must have stepped in like between 3 cracks because like my mom was going through it yesterday, so we couldn't record. But here we are now recording. All's good. But
I guess
that's happened.
It's really been quite the number of days for me. I think I every time we do this podcast, right? Me and Kevin hit each other up and we're like, "Hey, are we doing it today? Yes or no?" And then it usually goes yes. We come and record, do our thing. Yesterday, just the vibes were off. I don't know if it's because your mom was like hurting or whatever, but like I felt the vibe, so I just spent the whole day.
Juan felt the vibe, and like I called him, he was like, "I'm just taking a nap." Oh yeah, for sure, bro. Like it's not for today.
It's just like, guys, this is not our full-time jobs. Like we do shit, okay? Like it's hard. And me and Kevin, okay. So this is what I want to talk about, okay? This is what I want to talk about today on this thing. Okay, me and Kevin, in order to do this podcast, right? We share an iCloud, but it's really my iCloud.
Bro, oh my God, bro. The way I be getting locked out of that iCloud because Juan be forgetting his password every 5 seconds. And he'll be like, "Oh, wait, don't go on the iCloud. Don't go." Bro, 5 minutes, please. 5 minutes. Did you open it yet? Please do not open the iCloud.
Listen, guys, okay, I'm going to explain something to you guys, okay? The worst thing, hear me out. The worst thing Apple ever invented was fucking iCloud photos. Because now I don't have the photos on my personal device. I have them on iCloud itself. So basically when I access my photo app, I'm not accessing my actual photo app. I'm accessing my photo app through iCloud, which it does save some storage. It does do these things that are like helpful or whatever. But let's say I'm getting freaky with a lady and I'm sending, okay, if you guys know how to change this system, please let me know.
Please DM Juan.
But when you take a picture on iMessage, it saves to your camera roll, okay? Like when you personally take the picture. And sometimes I save some pictures onto my camera roll that are not for the weak of heart.
Yeah, bro. He took a live photo, so he's mid-thrust in them pictures.
No. It's not like of me and anybody. Maybe it's just of me. I don't want to describe what kind of pictures they are, but you can imagine the things I'm doing at like 3 a.m, okay? They're not wholesome things. And they're not things that I would want would you? Okay. This is going to sound weird to say out loud and on the internet, but like, how do I even ask this? Like, would you like want to see my penis?
What?
Like,
kind
like,
of
well,
question?
no, like, okay. So like, yes, it's a bit of a crazy question, but it's like in your head, right?
Why would I want to?
No.
What do I gain?
I feel like
knowledge.
Let's say you find out you're bigger than me or something, right? I feel like you would feel some type of power over me.
I wouldn't. This that
you've
weird
never
ass
been like
shit.
you've never been like curious.
No.
Not about me.
No,
per
I'm
se.
saying no. Like what? Just walking up to dudes, be like, I know his shit small. I know he packing right now. That has. Of all the crazy shit that I thought about, that sounds like the craziest shit to walk around.
I don't think about dudes packing, but sometimes in my head, like some girl will tell me about some dude, or like a girl I like will tell me about some dude, and I'm like, I just know he got a little dick, and I don't know if like that's like the patriarchy in me, like I can't let men like defeat me in that aspect, but like in my head, I'm like, nah, he's shrimping, like he's out there shrimping, like I shrimp that boy, and then I start calling him boy, but not in like the not in that way, but in like in the
side eye way.
Yeah, no, in the way of like I'm overpowering you. But like you've never been in the bathroom with your boys and like
no, off rip, no.
The intrusive thought has never crossed your mind. Like, what if I take a peek right now?
What?
Kevin, with all the crazy shit you say, you think that's so crazy?
Yeah.
To wanna. It's not like I'm like interested.
Bro, you think the crazy things I say, bro? Those are tame. Those are calm. See,
but what's so crazy?
No, that's not even crazy. Now we're finally getting into some crazy intrusive thoughts. Cause the way Juan be talking, like, yo, Kevin, like you're crazy. Like your inner voice must be like a white suburban dad. Like, it's a good time to mow the lawn today. It's nice to go outside. This is a nice drive home. That's what I imagine your internal dialogue is. But because you don't like you don't like having intrusive thoughts, or you just don't have them.
You've heard me say some crazy things that I can't repeat on this podcast. And I won't repeat them on the podcast. It's not like they're crazy as in bad, just like things I don't per se want on the internet. But it's not like that is an intrusive thought. Like it's not even like I want to look at it because
an intrusive thought, bro.
It is intrusive, but I'm saying like it's not like I want to look at it because like I'm attracted. Because like I'm not. Like I'm straight. Like I know everyone in the comments is like, oh, but no, like I know.
Whip it out.
But
Whip
like,
it out.
okay. Why? Like it's so normal for women to like get dressed in front of each other, like be naked in front of each other, right? It's normalized. It's pretty normalized. Like if you hear about like your girl changing in front of her friends, you're not like tripping out.
I don't trip about changing in front of my friends either.
But I'm not talking about changing with boxers. I'm talking about like, oh, I'm even changing my boxers right now, Kevin. Okay. You wouldn't if before we started this podcast, I'm like, oh, Kevin, I need to change, and without even like thinking, I just take off my boxers and put on a new pair. You're not gonna say something to me the second my boxers come off.
You've done and our boxers off.
Come, Kevin.
Bro, the way Juan be like, hold on, I gotta change, and then just be like fucking unapologetically just changing in front of you. Like, okay, this is what we're doing. All right. So how do we set up?
Does that make you uncomfortable? Should I not do that?
No, I don't care.
I grew up in locker rooms.
Grown ass men.
Yeah, and also like it's not like I'm getting butt ass naked. Like I have boxers on, but I am very comfortable in being naked. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Like,
see, this is my thing, right? Have you ever been like flashed by a dude?
I've never been flashed.
I've been flashed by a dude before.
Like on purpose?
Yeah, this was like in 6th grade or something like.
But
6th,
like a
7th
grown
grade.
man?
No, not a grown man.
Oh, like another kid.
Yeah, like another kid.
Okay.
We were just chilling, and like I don't know who's like, hey Kevin, wow, and then like pulled out the smallest shit I've ever seen. And I was like, damn, he got the little weenies.
You know what dudes in high school used to do? They wouldn't show their dick, but they would show their bush.
What?
Yeah, like they'd be like,
bro, just commit at that point.
That shit used to kind of piss me off because I'm like,
let me see it, man. Please.
And I feel like it's the dudes that are like overtly macho that'll like do that kind of shit. I mean, it's the whole thing that happened with the boys soccer team where they used to like basically, not when I was there, mind you. This was before
right.
Before I got there. No, don't say that because they had a police investigation. I was not. I was not in high school at the time that this happened. This happened the year before I got into. You were already there, so maybe you were a part of it. But they were basically, for lack of better terms, like sexually assaulting each other. Like they would like, if you were a freshman, they'd throw your book bag to the back of the bus. We should get people who were around at that time to talk about these stories.
As a victim.
Yeah, as a victim. Like, how did that? Like, nah, that's crazy. But yeah, like they would like throw your book bag to the back, and like they would like I don't even
grab your ass.
Like grab your ass, I guess, or like put a finger in the that's supposedly, allegedly. I don't know how true this is. I was not there. This is just like hearsay. There was a criminal investigation. I'm not laughing at it's just like I'm laughing at the absurdity that like this was going on and people thought it was hazing, but it was like hazing to like an extreme degree. But what I will say is, like, okay, how do I explain this without sounding completely insane? I'm not curious per se what it looks like, but like you did swimming.
Sure.
You had to take everything off, and if something tripped, like would you be like that's the thing, like if you
like
saw it, right?
Somebody's towel and just whoo!
Yeah, like would you be tripping?
Shit.
Like would you be tripping if it like accidentally happened?
Like me or somebody else?
Would you be tripping if it happened to somebody else and like you happened to see it? Would you be like, bro, what the fuck? I just saw you, or would you just like keep it in your head and not say anything?
No, that's not their fault.
But would you say something?
I mean no, probably not.
I think I would say something.
Like, I mean, I remember, like, fucking, I think I flashed everybody on my floor for freshman year of college because the fucking, the showers were magnetic, and I happened to pick the one that was fucking ass. So as soon as I got in, I took my towel off, turned the water slightly tapped on the window, just, and then I just saw, I didn't have my glasses on, so I just saw blobs of heads just, and then we just, and he just close it.
Good thing you weren't jerking off or nothing. How embarrassing would that have been? Like dick in hand.
That
like,
is crazy, bro. The showers are not that tall. Yeah.
You wouldn't jerk off in a public shower.
Oh, what the fuck? This is why I need sandals, bro. You're the problem.
Yeah, listen, guy like me, I'm a freak, bro. I'm jerking off in that public shower, and we gonna really find out.
You could barely stand in them showers.
I didn't dorm in university, so I really don't understand this idea of public showers.
But it was like you just be showering, you turn your head and just like
somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh, but they're
right next to each other.
But there was things.
Barely, bro. Like your titties were out.
Oh, it just covered the crotch.
No,
But that's what I'm saying.
It was just like obvious. Like motherfuckers are tall as fuck, so you could just be like, damn.
Okay,
If they really wanted to peak, they could.
But that's what I'm saying. Like because like I'm tall, right? Okay, so this is okay. Maybe this podcast is going a weird direction right now. Maybe we should, but okay. This is the last thing I'm just gonna say about this. But like, I'm a tall guy. Okay, when I'm standing next to somebody at the stall, realistically, it doesn't take much for me to look over. I don't do this. I want to clarify that I don't do this. But theoretically, it wouldn't take a lot for me to just peek over.
See that shit.
And like, let's say like, that's the end of that conversation. I don't want to even go further into this.
Please.
I feel like I'm just digging myself deeper into like a hole that doesn't even need to exist right now.
I'm not even saving it, bro. The ship's sinking, and I'm just enjoying myself.
Yeah, man. Me and Kevin need to stop sharing an iCloud.
Did motherfuckers like check your phone when you were a kid? Is this why like you're having these thoughts
Oh
right now?
man, when I was younger, like I wasn't a freak though. Like honestly, like I think you know what this like this concept like the I'm like stuttering over my words. I don't know who I am anymore. But like there's this like common like trope right within like movies and shit where they be saying like the nerdy kids are like freaks or like but like freak as in like the band kids, right? Like let's say like the band kids are like the nerds or whatever, right? Let's just say.
Oh yeah, assuming, right?
Let's assume because Kevin was a band kid, whatever.
I was a fucking nerd. I know that.
But okay, so let's clarify this before we even go into it. Has that term, at least when we went to high school, has it not like shifted?
Nerd?
Because from my understanding from like pop culture and movies, nerds was always like the smart kids, right? Like they'd be like, "Oh, those kids are the fucking nerds." But when we were in high school, it wasn't necessarily like the
smart kids. It was like the geeks.
It was like the geeks. Like they weren't nerds. Like sorry if like, but it's like they weren't
motherfuckers shaking in their seats at home right now.
Yeah, like they looked like the stereotypical nerd that you would see in a movie, but they weren't smart. Like you would talk to them and they were fucking stupid.
Like pick a struggle, bro.
But that's what I'm not making fun of it. But it's like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, see, but then
no, but times definitely have changed now, bro. Because like that whole lunch money thing, like I'm motherfucking now. If you be like, yo, give me lunch money, everybody at the table gonna be like, ain't no way you asking for money, yo, broke ass, bro. Like couldn't be me. Couldn't be me,
Wait, what do you
bro.
mean? People didn't ask for money before?
Huh?
People asked for money for it?
Well, like
people didn't have free lunch, or was I just poor?
I didn't have free lunch.
Oh, you made money, my boy.
Well, yeah, back in elementary, I remember getting rejected like when shit crashed, and I just like couldn't eat at school, so that's why I started taking lunch because they were like $2, and I was like, I don't have it, bro. Asking a like 9-year-old boy to like
Can you
what's
say
your
hear
money?
me out? Be like, hear me out.
Yeah. Hear me out, bro. The school lunch system in elementary school is fucked, man.
Not just in elementary school. Hold on, let's start again. Because it's not just elementary. Just say like the lunch system in schools. Come on. We're training. We're media training this guy live.
All right, let's go. Hear me out, man. The school lunch system is ass, bro. There's no way you're like rejecting a 9-year-old like kid from eating lunch. Be like, give me $2. That 9-year-old is scared as shit, bro.
There's no reason why kids should not eat for free. And I don't know if it's because we went to public schools and we grew up in the inner city and that's why we notice these things. But how the fuck, whose idea? Like, how are you the lunch lady that's telling this little fucking kid, like, no food for you today?
Sorry. Come back tomorrow.
But what happens to that kid then? He just doesn't eat?
Yeah, I didn't eat.
Oh my God.
Went through it, bro.
That's so insane to me.
Yeah, that was probably like the walk of shame, bro. Like going up for lunch and them not giving you shit and just walking back to the table like empty-handed.
That can't be. Are you sure that's how that happened?
Yeah.
Are you sure? And you didn't have to like pay a bill just like at the end of the semester or something?
No, it was like per balance.
Yeah, so per balance.
Yeah, so if the balance ran out, you had to keep re-upping it. It was the same way in science too before like it got switched.
Really?
Yeah.
Did we have free lunch by the end of high school? I don't remember.
We did. Everybody could get lunch. I don't remember when they changed it, but there was a time where you had to pay.
Dude, that shit was so weird. I mean,
because there was the whole thing of like breakfast is free, but lunch isn't.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what I was looking at the other day? You know we only went to school for like 6 hours.
What?
We only went to school for 6 hours a day.
Okay.
Is that fucking crazy? Like when I was younger, 6 hours used to feel like way longer than my 8 hour shifts at my actual job do now. But I was like looking at it the other day, and I was like, we would get in at what, like 8:25, and we would be there till 2:30.
Not I.
What do you mean?
We have to get in there for practice at like 7:30 and leave at like 5.
Nerd. You were a geek.
Bro, you played soccer. Y'all motherfuckers were running for hours.
Okay, but I'm saying, like, let's say you were some loser. No, I'm joking. Let's say you were some like kid that didn't have any extracurriculars.
Shit is crazy, bro. Like, if you didn't invent something or become like some millionaire, bro, what were you doing? Like, having all this time. Literally went to school and got home for like afternoon cartoons by like 3 p.m. That's just crazy.
That shit was very insane. I mean, during the off seasons, I kind of did that, but even then, I think I played a sport every season. My sophomore year of high school, I played a sport every season. But then I don't know, bro. High school was so long ago. But that shit always seems so strange to me about like kids not being able to eat. I feel like that shouldn't really be legal.
I agree.
But back to the phone talk. You be going through your girl's phone?
No.
Why not?
I don't feel the need to.
Boring.
I be leaving my phone like, yo, you want my shit to be toxic so bad, bro. I be leaving my phone
do.
on lock.
I do.
Nah, man. I just be like it's whatever. Be like, oh, your mom's calling. Here you go. Like, oh, my dad's calling. Can you get the phone from me? Like, I ain't got nothing to hide.
So there'd never be a time where you don't want your girl to look through your phone?
No. All the gremlin activities I say out loud, so she would know.
Really? But you don't feel. But does she go through it?
Like, has she ever like sat down and actually gone through it?
Like look through your messages, through your Discord messages, through your Instagram likes.
Oh, he's going. The messages are you, the gang, and then just her. So like, if anything, oh my god, if I ever get caught with like any like cheating allegations, I'm like turning off my fucking password and be like, oh, look, waste your fucking time.
Cheating allegations is crazy. But like, what about like Instagram?
Look.
But what, like, you be liking like girls' pictures on Instagram?
You like everything on Instagram.
No.
That's what I say. That's what I say. Like with TikTok, bro, you scroll like the 10 scroll challenge. Man, you lucky if one of them not crazy.
You lucky if one of them isn't bad. That's so funny.
My God.
I just think I mean, I agree with you. I thought you were gonna give a better answer. To be fair, I was waiting for like nah, I'd be
bro,
going through
like
my
we're
girl
both
shit.
gremlins. So like,
What does that even mean?
Like whatever thoughts, it was like, oh shit, like this is crazy, or like whatever like happens, they know before I even like get a chance to do anything.
During the act, okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know which act I'm talking about. I'm trying to keep it PG.
Abuse.
Don't say that. This podcast talked about misogyny and abuse. Like, that's not okay. Like, we can't be these people. But about abuse, no. During the act, you keep your socks on, or have you transcended that part of like your relationship?
Transcended.
Yeah, I feel like that's like an early stage type of thing. Because me personally, I have ugly toes. Okay, like my toes aren't the toes.
Oh no,
of a
I get
normal
like.
person.
I don't care at this point, but like I get flamed all the time whenever like go swimming or something, and then motherfuckers are like, "Oh, you have a permanent step," because the way like my feet are positioned, it just looks like I'm just stepping on air.
What does that even mean?
You would have to see. I'm not about to like whip out the toes, but y'all gotta pay for that.
Can you
shit.
take your feet out?
No.
Oh man! But the reason I even bring up relationships is because of this super viral moment that I hate. This is why I'm saying like misogyny and the patriarchy, like y'all are falling off just because you guys picked the worst heroes. You know what I mean? Like I never fucked with misogyny. Again, I want to clarify. Me and Kevin do not fuck with misogyny. Okay, the patriarchy, like we have to fuck with the patriarchy because we're a part of. Like we can't stop being like we can't. You can stop eventually, but even then, that's a whole nother conversation. But I think
where is this going?
Okay. I try to like give so much context. Okay, the famous football player, soccer for you Americans, Hakimi, is.
I don't know his ass.
You don't know the story though?
No, I don't know.
You don't know anything?
Nope.
Okay, so Hakimi and his wife are getting a divorce.
Rip.
And technically, under legal circumstances, none of his money is under his name. Mm-hmm. So all his assets are under his mom's name. Okay. He makes, I don't know the numbers, but I think he makes like $8 million a month at PSG or something like that, or like $1 million. it's $1 million a month. He makes $1 million a month at PSG. 80% of his checks go directly into his mother's account. And he only like keeps like 20% for himself, which 20% of $1 million is still $200,000. Okay, so it's not like he's like
mama boys up.
Yeah, it's not like he's scrounging for money or anything. Like he's still rich as shit. But he says that whenever he like wants anything, like wants to buy a car, wants to buy a house, he asks his mom for money. Okay, because all the money and all his assets are under his mom's name.
Grown ass man.
But now his girl and him are getting a divorce. The reason for the divorce. This is why I want to contextualize this with like. We don't agree with the things he did. We're just using it for pure example's sake, for like the sake of the concept and not the sake of these people as individuals. Because apparently, allegedly, he like cheated on her and it wasn't like okay cheating. It was like he forcibly.
What is okay cheating?
I meant like it wasn't consensual sex.
Oh, so he raped somebody.
Yeah, I just didn't want to say it because I don't know how it works on YouTube. But allegedly. Yes, in their marital bed. I don't know the ins and outs. I don't know the lawyer jargon or whatever. And her net worth is only like $2 million, which his is less on a technicality because everything's under his mom's name. And now they're getting a divorce. And supposedly, since she's worth more than him, he's getting all her assets. Like he's getting half of her assets.
Damn. That's why I say, but you need that prenup.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Like, what?
You're signing a prenup?
Absolutely.
You're so fucking stupid.
How is that stupid?
I hate you.
How is that stupid?
Prenups are so stupid.
Why are they stupid? Are you team? Oh, are you thinking of divorcing me? Is
no,
that why?
I just think like maybe prenups aren't stupid, but I just think like if you're
bro,
not,
the way you be falling in love, bro.
I don't fall. We just said in the last podcast I don't fall in love. Let's not spread this rumor that I be falling in love because I don't. How do I think about this? I just don't think. I don't know. Why would you get a prenup? Tell me why you would get one.
I want to save her assets and save my assets. What's hers is hers. Make sure it's hers. What's mine is mine. Make sure it's mine. But it's that simple.
But if you're like, would you have a joint bank account with your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Would you have one right now?
Yeah.
Why don't you?
Like as a whole, no. I feel like you can have a joint bank account for that shit to be like, any like together expenses, rent, electricity, water bill, whatever, and then have your own separate bank accounts to like do whatever. Because I don't want to pocket watch you, and I don't want you to pocket watch me. But we still have this money in this bank account for, the important shit. Like, and at that point, you can like pocket watch, like I said, rent and stuff like that, like stuff you need to pay for,
rent
like bills.
Babies.
Rent babies, utilities. Like there are commas between those words, not babies.
All right, when you adopt kids, they'll cost something. But I just think I don't know. Maybe I'm a lover boy, and I just think if you in love with somebody, you don't really need something like that. That's what's in my head. Like, because didn't
you say that like cheating, as like let's just assume, right?
Cheating
you're in love, but then like they cheat on you after you get married.
Right.
You're just gonna forgive and just be like, okay.
Well, no, continue? I'd still get a divorce. But
now
people think it's so black and white. If I get cheated on, no lawyer is gonna side with the person cheating, and she's not gonna take my assets.
Does it work that way?
I think. I don't really know how divorce law works.
She's not valid. She doesn't get shit. I don't think it works that way, bro.
I don't think it doesn't.
Okay.
Neither of us know. So honestly,
we need a lawyer in here.
We need a lawyer. But I just think
divorce lawyer.
Yes, if God forbid,
I just don't think it's bad. That's my thing.
Just make all your money before you get married, then.
What?
Because they can't take assets. They can't take assets from before the marriage. It has to be assets that were acquired during the marriage. So let's say HMO. Because imagine, okay, let's say you and your girl get married, okay, and you own a part of HMO now, right? And let's say we're not big yet, but while you two are married, we blow up, and your girlfriend and your wife at that point decide to get divorced, okay? And she's like, "Oh, I get half of HMO." Well, you got a quarter because I own the other half. But you got a quarter of HMO, and she's like, "I want to." Well, I'll be majority shareholder. That's not a good example. I just think. I don't know. Unless you're making like large. See, I'm gonna sound really stupid, and people are gonna really disagree with me.
Okay, it's this simple. Let's say you buy a house together, but the house is under one of yours name.
Okay.
Let's say like you fuck up.
Oh, you put it under both people's names.
Okay.
We'll go ahead.
And then?
But you...
Now who gets the house?
I don't really know. That's the thing. I don't know how divorce law works. I don't know who gets the house.
I'm just saying, right? Like, because
But if you're both contributing to like if you're both contributing to the home, then why would you even need a? That's the thing I don't understand as well. It's like a prenup makes sense if like you make an egregious more amount than your partner. But if you're both contributing, then like why isn't it fair that your partner gets half of your assets? Or vice versa. Like why isn't that fair if you're both contributing to the household? Like if the name is if the house is under both of your names or the house is under your name, but you're both contributing to
it's
it.
just I want to make sure this is for me and this is for you.
But what do you mean? If you live in a house together, that's for both of you.
Yeah, obviously the house, but I'm talking about like other things. For example, like
what?
Fuck, I'm blanking now. I didn't know that we were gonna go here. I would have brought my notes.
Like what though? Like think of something that she might own or you might own.
I'm trying to think so hard. I don't fucking know. Let's say she gets something passed down from her fucking family, and that's.
But you're not gonna get that,
huh?
You wouldn't get that.
Who knows? It's part of the assets.
But you. But that.
How do you know? This is my thing. We don't know enough to know. I just know like I just think it's not dumb to be like, okay, you make sure your stuff is handled, and I make sure my stuff is handled.
I just don't think it's valuable unless you have like an absurd amount of assets. Mm-hmm. Because if it's just like you both own a house and you're both contributing to it, like yeah, it fucking sucks. You lose that house. But like if you're both contributing, one of you is gonna be able to own it, or maybe you sell the house and you split the assets.
If I hate him, I don't want him to own him.
But I think what happens is like, see, I just don't fucking know enough. But like in my head, what I'm assuming is like, let's say it's an amicable divorce.
What is an divorce?
An amicable divorce. You guys sell the house and you just split the profit. That makes sense to me if you both own the home.
Okay.
But it's also like,
okay, let's assume one is in crazy debt, student loans or something. So you're gonna be doing the majority.
But you don't take their loans
when you get married.
Yeah. You don't take their loans.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Like it's not like
okay, no, but I'm saying I'm saying you have to contribute to those loans. You can't contribute as much to the house. Okay. But now you're taking 50-50.
I still think it's fair.
Interesting.
I genuinely believe, and I don't know, but I think it makes sense that shit is split that way. Like I really do feel like it's fair because if you're contributing time and something to a person, because listen, if me, like let's say me and my wife live together, right, and she's paying off her student loans and I'm paying for the house. When we got a divorce, I wasn't paying for that house because she was like I was still contributing to our home. Mm-hmm. So it's still, I still think, let's say God, like whatever, God forbid I was gonna say, like we got a divorce or whatever. I still think they should have a piece of the pie because they weren't paying for the house because I told them, hey, don't pay for the house so you can pay for your student loans. But realistically, they could technically be paying for both or contributing. But if I'm like, hey, don't pay for the house, and it's also it also makes sense because think about the time that you like lose whilst being in a relationship. Like let's say I tell my wife like, that's the thing I don't fucking understand about like these people that make absurd amounts of money and then people get a divorce and you got like the dudes on Twitter like, oh, like she didn't even work for that shit and now she got all the money. But like imagine all the sacrifice like your partner has to make. Like let's say you tell your partner, oh, you don't have to work. Okay, you don't have to work. You just have to sit there and I'll provide everything, right? And then you two get divorced. Of course she's what's it called? Of course she's entitled to half your money because you told her not to work for 12 years. Because of you, she lacks 12 years of work experience. She should get something for that 12-year relationship. You know what I mean? Because you told her, hey, just sit at home and be pretty, or like sit at home and be a home taker, raise our kids. Or if you don't have kids, like let's say this isn't a heterosexual couple, let's say it's a homosexual couple. I don't really know if it works the same way. Probably does. But it's like if you're telling someone, oh, you don't have to contribute, then you're taking away from their experience of even contributing. So I do think they're entitled to some of your money, if that makes sense.
Sure. I just don't think it's a bad idea to get a prenup.
I don't think it's a bad idea.
I think it's just a agree to disagree kind of thing. Like but, it's like I'm not against what you're saying. I just would do it.
You would get a prenup with your current girlfriend if you were to get
yeah.
married. And you have talked about this with her.
Yeah, I've mentioned it. Yeah.
And she has said, okay.
I don't know. I forgot.
No, what has she said? No, man.
I actually don't know
Oh, she
if they-
forgot the same way she never read that text you sent her.
Exactly.
No. What
You know
was
she hates you whenever you say that shit, man.
Why?
Like she actually despises like when she hears that shit,
Why?
man. Cause she's like, bro, I'm not fucking lying, bro. I was a fucking 16-year-old stuck in New York. I was fighting for my life. It's like everybody think I'm lying. That's funny.
It's not everybody, it's just me
No.
and like a couple people on the podcast. But like it doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, I think no. I don't think it's been a no. I don't think it's been a yes either. But I don't know.
I think
This is my thing, right?
okay.
I'm very realistic. Shit could go down. Stuff could happen. Hey, I could become. This could be two things. Shit could become abusive, and I want out. I could
Okay.
become abusive, and I want. And
You
she want out.
Okay.
She's like, you aren't already.
No. Stop making that joke. It's not funny.
That's my thing. Like you never know what the fuck's gonna happen.
Sure.
So like, I just want to know like, if I go off the rails, you could still have
You're still
all
protected.
your shit. Yeah. If you go off the rails, I'm gonna be good too.
You're such a gaslighter though.
Why is that gaslighting?
Because you're like, oh no, I'm doing this for you. Like, bitch, you were doing it to protect yourself.
Okay, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But it works both ways.
Like, part of me is still very old school. I think like, not part of me is very old school. I just
I
think
feel like you're very old school.
how
In
though?
terms of relationship wise?
Why?
Because like you are.
How?
You
I
just-
have not been in a relationship in years.
Okay, yes, exactly. Because you're like, oh, it needs to be like perfect. Like it has to like.
But
fit
how
and
is why
stuff.
is perfect old school?
'Cause,
Why
like-
is it that if I want something that I want it a specific way, why is that old school?
Because now you're not trying to. It's not necessarily trying to work on it. It's just whatever like is the best at the time. We have to make like this is the one.
What
There
do
is
you
no
mean by that? I don't
growing.
understand.
There's no growing. I feel like that's what you're like. Like it's, when it comes to that, like there's no grow. Like you don't want to grow with somebody. You just want it to be good off rip.
I don't want it to be good off rip. I like the slow burn. I like the leading up.
You
I
like
like the
pain.
No. I hate pain. I hate fucking talking to people I don't like. I enjoy the people I enjoy. But I like the slow burn. I like what I personally don't like is literally what you're describing. Like I don't like the person that's like too into me right away. I don't want someone who like they're texting me for one day and they're like, "Oh my god, I miss you." Like that's too much for me. Like that's too much. Like maybe a week. Like I'll let you miss me if it's like a week or something. But let's say we start texting Monday night and Tuesday morning.
I'm gonna need you to take one of those love language tests. Do you know
No,
what your
my love language is quality time and physical touch.
You know that for sure.
I have taken the test.
Okay. You
Okay.
had to know.
It also yes, because like it's like
crazy.
things I already knew about myself. But that's the thing. Oh, fuck, I forgot we were talking about that even. But I'm not even old school in that fact. I just think like if which I think it's vice versa, right? I think if I make like an egregious more amount than my partner, then we have to sit down and talk about finances and be like, does it make logistical sense for you to work, right? Like, does it make financial sense for you to even work? Because let's say like me and my partner both work, right? And we have kids, let's say, okay? And we put our kids in like daycare. We're paying like $2,000 a week for daycare because daycare is fucking expensive. I don't know how it is in Jersey. I'm going off the numbers my sister has told me, but she lives in California. But let's say it's like $2,000 a week. Would it make more financial? Like, do you make more than $2,000 a week, or do I make more than $2,000 a week to justify us spending this, or does it make more sense for you to quit your job and like raise our kids? That, and I'm not just saying them. I'm saying myself even too. It's like, would it make more sense for one of us to just not work? Mm-hmm. And in that case, I think I'm old school. Where I'd be like, I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with like providing for my partner if that were the case. But I'm also like,
I feel like I read this somewhere. It was like most divorces come from like having a stay-at-home parent.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a true
No.
statistic.
I mean, I like something like that because it's like, it's mainly and like
I have no
women.
internet.
Oh fuck, you're right. It's like the man doesn't feel appreciated because he's like working all the time, and the woman doesn't feel appreciated because the man doesn't understand how much it takes to like actually raise a child. Like, bro, being around a child like 24/7, that shit's ass, bro.
Don't say it's ass.
It's ass.
No, it's not ass.
It
I
is
like being
ass.
around my.
Bullshit, man.
I like it. They're cool. It's exhausting, but it's not ass.
What's the difference?
It's
exhausting
a big
is
difference.
ass.
Exhausting is not ass.
No, exhausting
You could-
can be ass.
You could go for a run.
It's
Exhausting can be ass, but the same way that like something amazing.
It's
can
never
be
gonna
asked.
be
It's
asked.
subjective.
It's not always gonna be asked, but like it can be asked. And the
It
thing is, like
can
someone
be.
that clocks out, that's it. They clock out, they're done with work. But the baby's there all the time. And if you're not coming home to like, switch shifts and like now it's your turn to get the baby, now you're fucked. And then guess what? That's gonna lead to like, oh man, I'm beat from like work and I can't get the baby. You got it. There's no break there.
I just
So
think,
that's why it leads to the divorce.
I
or
don't know
problems.
how true that is.
Nah,
I don't know
bro,
how true
I'm
that
like, I'm
we
so
literally,
fucking sure.
you guys don't understand. I don't have any internet in this new house yet, so we're just
Today is like
we are cavemen.
crazy. Yeah.
That's why like our topics are all over the place because like I literally couldn't
we
access.
have no guidance.
We have no guidance. But
I
I'm
do
also
think that's true, though.
I'm also old school in the way where like I wouldn't like I don't even know, like it'd be hard for me to ask my partner for like half the rent. Like let's say like I'm already living alone or something and then my partner moves in with me. It'd be really hard for me to be like, okay, now we're going half, right? Like I think that would
Do
be
you find it hard to charge your family money?
I find it really hard to
I
charge
don't
my
find it
family.
hard.
I find it really hard
I don't
to
find
charge
it hard to charge people money.
I find it really hard to charge my friends' money, my family money. I just feel guilty
I'm
sometimes.
about to fucking charge my friends money, bro. Motherfuckers, I'll be like, oh yeah,
Oh,
I'll
I
pay.
forgot to
Yeah,
pay
yeah,
you.
exactly. Everybody
Oh
forgot,
my
bro.
God.
The last 3 fucking meetups, everybody that's fucking listening, y'all didn't fucking pay me back,
Oh
bro.
my
Fuck
God.
y'all.
I was just
Motherfuckers make more than me talking about something, bro. I got you next time.
I just forget. Like me, I'm the type of person like if I don't tell you in that moment, like you
Me,
have
I'm
to,
the type of person to tell you in that moment, or it's not. Or like,
but
I'm gonna bug you
I
about it.
I'll never chase people for money.
Really?
It's just too
I-
hard for me. 'Cause-
Okay,
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say like I've seen how that fucking fucked up my family, like lending money to siblings, to friends or whatever, and then like, oh, I'll pay you back, or like, oh, I'll pay you back later, and then like another $10, another $20, $50, $100, and it just keeps increasing in value, and now we're just getting fucked. While everybody's like, oh man, like you're just a cheapskate, like never giving me money no more. Like fuck y'all, man. So like I am like full on about charging people money. I'll charge anybody for money. I'm not like. It doesn't make me sad or like make me guilty, because it's like you are a grown ass person, like you got to get your shit together.
Hear me out. It's just so hard for me to like charge my friends and family money. It's just so hard. I find it difficult and I don't even care about the confrontation aspect. I just like it makes me feel some type of way when I have to like tell people to pay me back.
But like that, I don't think that's like a problem of like feeling guilty. That's a matter of respect. Like you borrowed money, and if you specifically, because like motherfuckers, like they gotta have like the way with words. It's like, oh, can you lend me money, or can I just have some money?
Yeah.
That's very different. If you're saying, can you lend me money, then you better pay me back. You are a grown ass person. Like you work. It's like, oh, you needed this. I don't mind helping you.
Yeah.
But like, if you wanted a freebie, make that shit known. Like,
That's
But
fair.
if you're gonna say, oh, I got you, then like make sure you got me.
But sometimes I do feel guilty. Like I don't feel guilty for that shit, right? I feel guilty because sometimes I know, like especially now, like I know I make more than some people in my life, and I feel guilty, like charging them because I'm like I know I have it right now, and like I don't want to like.
That's okay. That's different.
But also even shit when it comes to like splitting. Hear me out. If we go out to eat, we're splitting the bill evenly. I don't care if I only drank one drink and you had like a full course meal.
Fuck that, bro.
But me personally, like I just don't. Listen, I just want to put my card down and not have to think about like, oh, but I only ate this. Like we're just splitting the bill.
Okay,
like, we're just splitting the bill.
Motherfuckers love to go to New York to eat. Let's say that shit is expensive
Okay.
as fuck, and I in that moment can't afford it for whatever reason, so I order like a Coke. I'm not splitting a $30 bill when my shit was $5.
Okay, well within reason, right? If $30, but even then, right?
Bro, you
let's
know
say,
the shit can run up the bill.
but let's say like if you don't got it though, I'm the type of person just be like, okay, I got you, and like it's not even on some like you have to pay me back type shit. It's like don't not eat because we're all eating and you're not. I can't eat see somebody not eating.
Exactly. I get that, but here's my thing, right? It's very different to like, bro, if you're my friend and I see you struggling, bro, I literally got you. That's why I'm not necessarily pressed about like being like,
we're not struggling. I'm not struggling.
Yeah,
I just forgot to pay you, bro.
Right.
I just forgot to pay you.
Motherfucker's an engineer and can't pay me back.
I forgot. Like, I genuinely don't remember.
No, okay, yes, but there's people that I'm like, okay, like you're not in the greatest situation. I'm obviously not gonna chase you, but the thing is, if it keeps happening over and over again, and it starts to feel like I don't know what the word to describe it, like a bro, like you don't
Like,
got
what the
me,
fuck? Yeah.
like you don't got me, or it becomes a situation like it's time to pay up, and they just walk away or like go somewhere else and be like, oh man, that food was real good. Like we're out of here. Like nah, bro. Now, that's it. Next time you're just not eating.
I just
Because that's fucked. That's mad disrespectful to me.
Yeah. No, and I agree. I definitely think there are some people where like I know it's just money lost. And like I never even think about it in terms of like this person's gonna pay me back. Like it's money where like if they pay me back, I'm like great. If it's not, I'm just like I wasn't even thinking about it. Like I already knew where we stood and I knew you weren't gonna pay me back. So it is what it is. Like I already in my head, that's money lost already. Mm-hmm. So I won't even fight about it. But like I went out to eat on Sunday and they were trying to make me pay less because they're like, Juan, you didn't like you didn't even drink because I was driving. I didn't like I had like one drink maybe.
That's fair.
Yeah, I had one drink. They were like, oh, but Juan, you only had one drink. Like we had like 2-3 drinks and we bought dessert. And I was like, guys, like it's not that big a deal. Like for like a $10 difference, like I'm not gonna fight you for $10. Like it's not that big a deal. Like we'll just split it evenly for the sake of a headache because I don't want to sit here and look through the bill and be like, no, you pay. I just don't like doing that shit. And me personally, what I tend to do is like when I pay somebody back. And like they're like you know like I'll send them a little bit more, just a little bit more, just to like just in case they like tipped or something, just in case I'm just like here's like $3 more, like $5,
That's
or I'll
fair.
just round up.
This is my thing, right?
Like the buffet was $18. I'm gonna send you 20.
Wow.
And now I feel really bad because I
late ass fee, bro.
That's a $2 late fee, bro. You didn't remind me,
bro. We literally talked about it as we were walking out.
Bro,
it doesn't matter.
No,
like it's literally like not.
Bro,
that big a
no,
deal.
because now I feel bad. Let's talk about
you
it.
should feel bad.
Let's talk. Okay, you want to feel? Listen, I think I bought. I bought 3 of these mics.
This is the thing, though.
We were on this podcast talking about some of this shit's Juan's wallet is the HMO fund.
Hey man, you be talking about engineer money, so we on that.
Who gives a fuck about engineer money?
Nah. Behind the camera, I'd be like, yo Juan, like please let me know how much. You'd be like, no, I got it. Unless it's an egregious amount, I got it.
But
okay.
unless it's egregious, but okay, and see, that's my problem, right? Because not my problem, but I can see that being a problem for other people. Where like I'll say things like that. I'm talking about me right now, but I like this isn't a problem for me specifically, but I can see it being a problem where some people are a lot like that too, where it's like, oh, don't worry about it, never worry about it. So then when they get charged by somebody, they're like, yo, what the fuck? Like I let it slide all the time. But you can't lend people, like you can't do shit like that expecting them to do it for you. You have to do shit like that just because you want to do shit like that.
Right, yeah.
You can't do shit like that and then be like,
but
I always pay for shit.
You don't got me this time? Yeah, that's cool. I just at that point I just be silently like, okay, I see the vibes. It's definitely a switch up though. At that point, there's no way. Like if I'm paying for everything and then nobody got me the next time, all right, yeah, like we on that time now.
Yeah, that's why I usually offer my card just because I don't want to be the guy I am to you right now. Like the guy like I didn't pay you back. Mm-hmm. Like I don't like being that person, and I know I'm not going to chase anybody for the money. So I'll just be like, I'll put my card down. If people pay me, great. If people don't pay me, that's on them. Like they're fucked for that. They should pay me, especially if it's like we're out at a club or something. Like motherfuckers should pay me, you know. Like I think like
Did you say that before? Like you just ran up a bill and then somebody had to pause it.
Oh, I didn't run up a bill on my birthday. Like we had like a table at this like place, and I put my card on the table, right? Because it's my birthday. Realistically, this is why I need a girlfriend, because my girlfriend would have put her card on the table. Whatever.
I know, yeah. Only recently have I let Sophia start
paying for stuff.
Because before I was like, bro, you broke as fuck. Like you're not paying for shit. Like you just got a job. Like I got you. It's okay. But like now, oh, you got a big girl job. Oh, you met Jenna Ortega. Put that fucking card.
Yeah, put that American Express Gold on that bitch. But
put that clout card down.
But but yeah, on my birthday, I think I talked about it on the podcast maybe when it happened. This was 4 months ago, so maybe people forgot. But I put the card on my table and I told everybody like the waitress came around, she like was ordering drinks or whatever. I was like, oh yeah, no problem, whatever. Like everybody was ordering drinks and it was on my card because my card was on the table and the waitress didn't like know if people were buying shit separately. And everyone was like buying drinks, like whatever, like cool, like I'm not tripping, like it's whatever, like I have money to spend, you know. If I'm going out for my birthday, I know the money I'm spending, you know what I mean. And then mad people show up. We were like 20 heads deep at that table, and that table was not meant for that many people. And then one of my friends, and then I see the waitress come up to me. She's like, "Oh, we like the tab was closed out. Like it's on your card, right?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, here, like I tipped her, whatever. I think I tipped her like $100 or like $80 or something. The total ended up being $400. So
whoever did that need the sloppiest. No cap.
That is insane. But then one of my friends, he came up to me. He was like, oh, did you pay already? I was like, yeah. He was like, oh yeah, I closed it out because I saw mad people were showing up, and I was like, yo, thank you, because
Sloppy.
I was getting drunk and like I was gonna forget. And I've left my card at bars before, which is not a great thing to do. But you do what you can, what you have. And I'm never like none of those people at my birthday, I was like, oh, you owe me this for your drink. You owe me like
well, that's the thing. That's the different. You're hosting. That's
but
different.
but realistically, on someone's birthday, you should try to like have them not pay as much. You know what I mean?
There's
Like
stuff where like you're like hosting.
Yeah,
that's different.
But me personally, I would never charge the birthday host. But I'm not hosting. It's not like I rented out a place. I was like, hey, we're all going to this bar. Let's meet up at this bar. But I got a table because we were all standing, and then one of the guys approached me. He's like, oh, how big is your party? And I lied. I was like 8 people because I didn't know how big the parties were allowed to be. He's like, oh, I got a long table in the back. You guys want that one? I was like, fuck it, like let's do that shit. And yeah, and then it ended up charging up. But my friend, we went to like this like place for her birthday. We went to some like club or whatever, and we bought a bottle. And then when the bottle, like the receipt came, none of her friends were there. I was the only one left at the table. Okay. And then I paid for it. A lot of people paid me back. And then two people that were there didn't pay me back. But like, I'm not tripping about it. But the last time I saw my friend, I told her, I was like, oh, like, cause the other people came up and I was like, oh, like, you know what's funny? Like, they never paid me back. She was like, that's so weird. Cause they literally asked me for your phone number to pay you back. And I was like, oh, well, they never paid me back.
They didn't even text me, bro.
Yeah, they didn't even like, they didn't even text. But like, it's no big deal. Like, I wasn't tripping about that shit.
Birthday
like,
text?
at all. But it's whatever. I wish I was better at charging people, and I need to get better. I just feel
I've just seen the aftermath. So like, cause this is my thing, right? I've heard so many stories of like when my parents were big with selling CDs, and like family members, friends, everybody was just like asking for money, like you know, coming to parties, host this, take us out to eat here, do this. Soon as the money disappeared and times were rough, not like barely anybody pulled up, and I'm just like, nah, I don't give a fuck. I just have no remorse, at least towards them. So I'm just like, nah, like whatever. Like if you need something, like I'm gonna need that shit back, or it's just not happening because I know how you are.
I feel like you can't let shit like that make you jaded though, and I don't think
it's jaded. It's just being more cautious.
But that's a little like jaded in a sense. Like you don't want to live this way anymore. But I think a lot comes from not worrying as much. Obviously, like if you don't got it, you don't got it. And I'm saying you don't got it, but like if you don't got it, you don't got it sometimes. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's reasonable. And I think as the person who doesn't got it, you should also be reasonable in like asking for things or like suggesting going out and stuff like that. Like if you're asking me to go out every weekend and you know you don't got it, and like you're asking me with the hopes that I pay, that's fucked. Like you shouldn't really do that, because if you were inviting and every time it's like, oh, but you got me, right? Then that's stupid. If I'm inviting you, yeah, I'll pay for you, like no fucking problem. But if every weekend you're texting me like, yo, Juan, let's go to the club. Oh, but I don't got any money this week. You got me? And I'm like, okay, yeah. And then next week you're like, yo, bro, let's go to the club. You got me? Okay, man. Third time I'll be like, bro, I'm sick. I can't go to the club today. Next time you hit me, I'll be like,
I don't fucking got you, bro.
But how do you? That's the thing I was talking to my like my brother-in-law about recently, and his friend. I was just telling them like, it feels weird now knowing that I make more than some of my friends. It's like a weird feeling, and I don't know if other people feel the same way. Like especially like if you're like established in your career now. I'm not established in my career, but I make some money now, whatever. And it feels weird because you see friends that are where you were, like they're still where they were when you didn't have money, and now you have some money. And I'm not saying I'm fucking rich, you know what I mean? But like have more money and like, you know, be a little more like sustainable and have a little more like what's it called? Extra income. What is that called? Excessive income. What is that?
I don't know.
Whatever. You have some more like extra income where you can like do random shit and it doesn't hurt you as bad. You know what I mean? And it sometimes sucks to tell those people like, hey, like you need to pay me back. Like I feel guilty. And it's this thing, right? I think like maybe a lot of immigrants can relate to this. Maybe if you're not an immigrant and you're just somebody who doesn't come from like a place that has a lot of shit, or like you just don't come from money, you know, it's really hard to like break those barriers of like, it's okay that you're in this place. Like it's okay that you have this money. Like my mom the other day was like, oh, you want to see this like video of your aunts and uncles in Uruguay? And I was like, Mom, no. I'm sorry, but like if I see that video, like I already feel so guilty about having survived and like having like not having to live in that situation. She was like, oh, I'm gonna show you anyway. and she showed me like the saddest video that I've seen in my fucking life. I see my my aunt and uncle and my other uncle all in like a 1-bedroom house, not even a 1-bedroom house. Like it looks like a studio. It's not a studio. It's like the size of my room right now, and there's one bed for my uncle, and then the other 2 people sleep on the floor, and there's no food in the fridge, and there's no actual door. And I'm just like, and because of that, because when I see those things, I think about the things I have now, and I feel so guilty. Like I feel so guilty that I can fucking buy a Mac, that I'm recording on my iPhone 14 Pro Max, that I have 2 microphones, that I can get off of work and not have to go to another job. I could just fucking sit at home. Yesterday, you know what I did after work? Nothing. I literally did nothing. I laid in bed until I went to sleep yesterday after work. I can do that. I can live, and it's crazy, right? Because I don't make an absurd amount of money. I don't make 6 figures, okay? I'm not making upwards of 6 figures. I'm making less than 6 figures. It's funny because it's like, have you ever heard that Chael Sonnen quote where he's like, there were years my father didn't even make 6 figures. Have you heard that?
No, I haven't heard that.
He said that as a joke one time because he was saying how he was poor. He was like, yeah, there was years my dad didn't even make 6 figures. But yeah, it's hilarious.
What the fuck? Out of touch.
No, but it was like a joke. Like he was like
Oh.
fucking around. Fuck, I forgot what I was saying. But as crazy as it may sound, like I live in luxury. Like I have my own room. I have a roof over my head. I never go hungry unless I freaking want to because because I'm like fasting or some shit. Like I don't know. I feel like I live in so much luxury now. I have something in my fucking eye.
I can understand that from like, well, actually both my parents' side of the family, like they're in Ecuador. Ecuador's in the shitter right now, but it's always been like, a struggle. Like motherfuckers, you got like 10 people sleeping in like the same apartment, like small apartment. It's like a table of 4 that's supposed to be for 10. But the thing is, like, for me, there's an extent to how
Giving
like,
you can be.
giving and guilty I can feel.
Oh yeah.
When like, bro, I completely get it. Like, even if it's like, oh, here, take $100 so you can like go out, go have fun. Like, it's okay. Like, not everything, like all the money you send is supposed to be like, oh, is this productive? Like, is this to fix something? Like, no, go have fun. But it stops when like motherfuckers are like, bro, like give me my money. Like, where's my money for the month? Like, That's where I'm like, okay, yeah, that I'll tell them for you to go fuck off if you need me to. Cause like that's fucked to be like, oh, okay, I need $100 cause my drive like a taxi, so like my wheel popped and I need to get it fixed. Okay, cool. Oh, I spent that $100. Like, we went out, it was a good time. We had a good time, so I just spent the money. I need another $100 for the tire. Oh, this time we went out with the kids to go play or whatever. I need $100 for the tire. Fuck you. No, that's not happening.
But it also begs the question, right? Because like homeless people, let's say, like not even your family, just homeless people, right? It's a slippery slope.
No, I'm just saying. I'm speaking about my experience, like my family. Like,
no. But I want to just like, that's why I have like a follow-up question for you. Like, how do we discern how people spend the money we give them? I don't think it's like fair to and that's why I say even like homeless people. I'm not calling any of your family homeless, but I'm just saying the example of like homeless people where people are like, oh, I won't give you money, but like I'll buy you food. Or if they're like, oh, what are you using this money for? Like, if you're gonna give something to somebody, I'm sorry, but like they can do whatever they want with that money at that point. Like that's money lost.
The money you're gonna go spend getting a drink or doing whatever, they might want the same thing.
Yeah,
like, it's like literally.
And I think that's fair. Like I know it's like sucks to like talk about it in that way, but like I think it's fair that they could do whatever they want with the money you gave them.
Yeah.
But people who have a lot of money, celebrities.
Yes. Going back to celebrities.
What a transition.
Motherfuckers are living in a different world, man. Like when you have money, bro, you know how fast it can accelerate your life? Huh?
Hear me out.
What?
Hear me out. When you have money.
Oh my God. Okay, hold on.
Come on, the pressure is on.
All right. Yo, hear me out. When you have money, like you a celebrity making millions, bro, you're living in a whole different world. That girl, Millie Bobby Brown, bro, she's engaged at 19, bro. She's like, she was so set that she was like, oh yeah, like it's time. I need a husband.
But we know people personally that have gotten engaged young.
Okay.
Like people that are in the military be getting engaged like at fucking 18.
Because they need benefits and they making money.
I mean, I guess, but there is like the opposite end of the spectrum, right? Because you think like they can grow up whenever they want, but it's also they say that the age you stop like for people that make a lot of money, they say like the age you stop growing is the age you like start making a lot of money. Like at least for like celebrities and shit, like that's how you see these like old ass people acting mad young and like they're like, oh, they're so out of touch with their age. But realistically, once you're in that social sphere,
You have nowhere else to grow. You're done.
You're done because the world is on easy mode now.
Right.
You're not doing like you don't have normal struggles anymore. It's not like oh, you don't have to worry about eating tomorrow. Like you could just worry about
what supercar am I driving tomorrow?
But also,
where am I going?
That
Not
also,
even that. It could just be like
on a smaller scale.
Yeah, like just oh shit. Like what new car do I want for this year?
But okay, but she got married. I don't know how long was she with her
She didn't
partner?
get married. She got engaged.
She got engaged. How long was she with her partner?
I don't know.
Like not that. I'm assuming it's not that long. But like, but if you had money now, you wouldn't get married with your girl.
Absolutely. Well, definitely get a house.
But like, let's say you had Millie Bobby Brown money at 19.
Oh yeah,
you would have been married.
I'm good. Yeah. Like what? Like we're just waiting for money. Nah, we can have the biggest fucking wedding we want with that.
So the only reason you're not married is money.
No. I definitely want to move in and make sure.
You want to move in before marriage?
Absolutely.
I feel like that's not
good, bro. What if I move in and I'm like, damn, I hate this shit.
I'm joking. I would move in before marriage. I would. You have to do everything before marriage. Like,
you gotta know. You gotta
marriage.
know. Like you gotta. You know what you gotta do? You gotta really piss him off to make sure. Like I still want this.
It's like the thing I say. You gotta.
You gotta be super sad. You gotta see a moment where they're going like they're really going through it, and you got a moment where they're really fucking angry, and a moment where they're really fucking happy.
I don't know if those are the best times to judge a person, though.
Not judge, but you have to know how things
they react.
Exactly. I think that's fair. I don't necessarily think like, oh shit, like you lashed out. This is fucking insane. Like,
yeah.
I don't want this no more. But you can definitely see how like things would go if shit went really well and shit went really bad.
I get what you're saying. I don't know. I think the natural progression of my life is gonna go somewhere like move in with some friends in a year, move in alone after that, and then potentially with a partner after that, then get married and we can worry about all that other shit. But I don't like making long-term goals. How do you have? Are you good at setting
like 5 years, 10 years,
5,
maybe
10-year
max a year. But I'm not looking 5 years. I could be dead. I could get hit by a truck.
But you don't have any goals. Like you don't have anything that you want to like hit. Like maybe
by
not a goal.
5-10 years. No, nothing.
Nothing.
Be happy.
That's the only like you don't have like any career goals for 5-10 years. You don't have any HMO goals for yeah, they can change, but you don't have any now that you think
in 5 years I want to make sure this is this. No, I don't think so.
Like not like a money goal, not like a relationship goal.
I go. No.
Interesting.
I don't think so.
I think I suck at making long-term plans, but I think that goes down to like how bad I am at planning things.
Mm-hmm.
I think my time management is atrocious, and recently, I mean, I said it where like I did I talk about Did I talk about the person buying me a shot? Was that last podcast?
No, you didn't. I don't think you spoke of that. No.
Oh shit! Damn, that's what I wanted to
remember.
talk about, bro. I forgot that I wanted to fucking talk about that shit. But okay, so I suck so much at time management that I hadn't seen my friends in a really long time. Even you, like I hadn't seen you like 18 days. But in that time span that I hadn't seen you, I hadn't seen anybody, like nobody at all. None of my friends. Like I was just straight home, family, work. Like that's it.
Human.
So I scheduled like 3 different friend groups on the same Thursday.
Damn.
Okay, and let me tell you guys something. Can I tell this story?
I'm in it.
No.
Oh, then yeah.
I was just being funny.
Huh.
So Thursday, I go. Listen. Hear me out. If you're a waitress, please don't call me love. Please don't give me the googly eyes because I am delusional. I will think we are in love. I will be willing to leave my phone number, and I know that's not what you mean, and I'm just fucking stupid. But the second she says, like, what would you like, love? I lose all motor function in my body.
You
You. I want you. But I went to K-pop with two of my lady friends. One of them being Brianna, you know, an alumni of HMO the podcast.
Alumni.
Yeah, she's an alum of HMO the pod. And and we're like at K-pop or whatever. And our waitress comes and she's like, "Oh, you guys been here before?" And I was like, "No." And my friends were like, "He's been here before." Because first of all,
why are you lying? Like, why are you just lying?
I'm just a dick. Like there's literally it's just like kind of embarrassing. It's like, "Oh no, I've been here.
How is that, bro? It's a restaurant. Like, oh yeah, I've been to fucking K-pop.
I don't know. I was a little embarrassed to admit.
This comes down like, bro. Juan was like, oh wait, no, let me finish.
Go ahead. Say what you were gonna say.
Oh, like a Saturday, we went out to eat. We finally got to hang out, like outside of the podcast.
Oh right,
like,
yes.
Yeah, but like, bro, Juan like walked in front of us first, and then once he saw that he was supposed to be the one that like was supposed to be like, hey, can we get a table before? He immediately turned around and was like, somebody else got to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. Recently, I've just been on my little mysterious shit. Like, I don't even want people to know what I'm doing.
Who's that tall guy back there? Like,
yeah.
What is his deal?
So I did this at the K-pop. So see, this is why I'm bad at planning because that whole week I was seeing all my friends. Like that's why I saw you guys. I saw everybody because I was like, I haven't seen my friends in so long. I want to see all my friends. I was getting really emotional. I'm like, I need to see all my people. So yeah, Thursday I go to K-pop. I went to the movies that night with another group of friends. Hilarious. But I went to K-pop Thursday afternoon after work. And then I said I didn't go to K-pop for some reason. I don't know. And then they were like, oh, when she was like, oh, what do you guys want to order? And I started ordering. She was like, oh, I thought you'd never been here. And I was like, oh. And then she started laughing. She was like, nah, I'd remember your face. She wanted me, bro. and then whatever, we're like sitting there, we're like, our food's about to come, or like she takes our drinks order, and she's like, oh, like, are you guys like taking like any shots or anything like that? And then my friends were like, yeah, we're gonna take a shot. And then she was like, oh, you're not drinking anything? And I was like, no, I'm driving. Like I'm not. She was like, oh, so you're not gonna take a shot with me? That's what our waitress said.
I don't think she liked you, bro. She wanted you to crash.
Son, she said, so you're not gonna take a shot with me? And I was like, oh, you're buying me a shot? She's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy you a shot. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then she asked my two friends what they wanted to drink. And they said it. And then she was like, oh, so what do you want your shot of? And I was like, oh, I don't know. She's like, oh, I already picked it for you. You're drinking what I'm drinking. Bro, put in the comments if you think she wanted me.
W Riz?
She fucking was. She was bagging me, bro. She was fucking fumbled. Bagging me. I didn't fumble. I just... Okay, so this is my
philosophy.
This is my philosophy, right? When I used to work at a restaurant, I fucking hated when people used to hit on me. Like, because I'm like, yo, I'm at work. I'm sweaty. I'm tired. Leave me alone. Like, leave me alone. Like, this is not the place for you to mac with me. Like, it's not. And I know it sounds like crazy, but it's like, it's just like, bro, I'm at work, bro. Like, am I that sexy that you look at me?
That's not even my peak.
Like, I'm just chilling. Like, I know I look good. I know I got a little haircut going on right now. Like, but chill, okay? So then my friends were like, mind you, they're two women. I'm sitting with two women. So they know like that what women want. I'm assuming. I hope so. They were like, yo, Juan, she's like flirting with you hard, huh? And I was like, she's flirting with me? I didn't even clock it, bro. Like, I didn't even clock it.
How delusional can you really be?
The thing is, I wanted to be reasonable in this situation because I'm like, oh, she sees me with two women. Like, she's not flirting with me. Like, there's no way. But then they're like, dude, like, you should leave your phone number. I did not leave my fucking phone number.
Boo.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to that K-pop. Hopefully she's working there. And next time I'll be like, before I leave, I'll be like, yo, this is going to sound crazy. But last time I was here, were you flirting with me? I just can't get over this pee break right now.
Oh my God. I was holding that shit since the beginning.
I completely lost my train of thought.
Why? You were just talking about being the creepy guy, asking for someone's number.
Yeah. I didn't, though. That's it. That's where that whole story went. And then we went out Saturday to eat, and Kevin has no fucking house training.
Oh my God! I don't know
how he's ever made it.
I'm a fucking cartoon character, man. But like, no, bro, you're big as shit, bro. And you were walking to the right of me, so I had to like look like this. No way I was seeing that fucking.
Kevin like ran over like 62 people and a spatula. And a fucking broom with a pan.
Bro, it was really just a broom. That's the name, broom and pan.
Broom and pan, yeah. And the fucking lady that was walking us to our table couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah.
She was fucking dying of laughter, bro. Like, she had never seen something so funny in her life, apparently. Because she was fucking dying. And I was like, it's not even that deep. Like, I thought it was funny because Kevin has zero fucking house training. But that's just like every single time we hang out, I'm reminded, like, this guy
It's a cartoon character.
This guy, there's a reason he's not allowed to leave his house after a certain like a certain time. Like, there's a reason.
War would be good.
Yeah, there's a reason that there's a curfew in your neighborhood.
Hey man, shit happens, man. It's really not that deep. I don't even get embarrassed about that shit anymore. But, oh shit, fuck. Well, we keep it moving.
All right, anything else we need to cover?
I was gonna bring up. Well, we're going back to the whole thing you were speaking about. How do you feel about like well, it wasn't really relating to like how like moving fast or like being delusional.
Okay.
But like, what do you think about like, let's say somebody that's like this is a common thing too. Like somebody that's like, let's say in a relationship for a long ass time, right? Like 10, 15 years, 8 years, whatever be the case, right? And like they break up and like 6 months later they're getting married. What do you think? What do you think about that?
I don't know. It is what it is at that point.
You have no.
You chalk it up to the game. You call it what it is.
Oh, what a boring ass answer.
I just don't know. Like, I don't know. I think there's power in solitude.
Do you think it's too fast? That's what I'm saying. Like, do you think it's too fast? Like,
for me personally, that's a little fast.
mm-hmm.
But also, there's no like time limit that I think is like people heal at their own pace. People do what they want at their own pace. There's definitely like there's no way that like, let's say you were like in a semi good relationship for 15 years or whatever, and you guys break up and you start dating someone in 6 months. There's no way you're over your past partner. Like, I know somebody, I don't know her personally, but it's like a friend of a friend, and I don't know this person personally at all, and I'm not gonna like, I could probably even say the name and no one will know, but I would never say the name. But they were like in a long ass relationship, like 10-year relationship, like since they were in high school, and they're like 20 something now. I don't fucking know, but like 9-year, I don't know how long. Like, let's say it's like 5 to 10 years. I don't know how long the relationship was. 5 to 10 years, because I don't know this person. This is all like hearsay.
Damn.
And they got out of their relationship, started dating someone within like 6 months, and they were texting my friend, like videos of her and her ex, like, oh, I don't miss him, but I miss what we had. But it's like while you're in a new relationship.
Yeah. See, me personally, if it don't work out with Sophia, whoever is next after that is just gonna be a Sophia clone. Is that simple? I don't think you ever get over your like first.
Yes,
like
you do.
First, oh.
Yeah. You do get over your.
That
first
wasn't
love.
your first love, then. No.
You do get over your first love, dog.
No
what the hell?
Not me. Not me.
Because
I'm that loyal.
You've literally been in one relationship your whole life. You have.
So you agree? That's my first love.
There's nothing to get over because you guys are together.
Okay, but I'm saying like, let's say
like, she is your everything. True. You have nothing to compare her to.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't even know. You want to hear a hot take? Hear me out. If you've only ever been in one relationship, you don't actually know what love is. Wow. You don't.
What a dumb thing to say.
No, it's not a dumb thing to say.
It's so,
if you've been in a single relationship your whole life, you don't know what love is.
How do you not know what love is?
Because you don't even know what to compare it to. You have nothing to compare it to.
Of course you can. I've found it so fucking fire that I don't need to go to nowhere else. That's peak love, bro.
No, if we're talking about just logistics, bro, like let's say this, right? Let's say this. Every single day you run a mile, okay?
Okay.
You're the only person that runs this mile, okay?
Can't wait to not get this.
And every day you run a 12-minute mile. No one ever tells you, hey man, like you might be able to run faster because you have no one's running next to you. You never see anyone else run this mile. It's just you running this mile every single day, right? It's just you running this mile.
Okay.
And you don't even know that you're going fast or slow. You just know that you're running this mile.
Am I enjoying myself?
No, it's just work to you. You're just running the mile. This isn't
is
about
not
enjoyment.
work to
Let's just
me.
say it's enjoyment. Like not enjoyment. Let's just say it's what you're doing. You'll never know that you're running a slow mile.
I can't wait for you can't hang out with Juan anymore.
But no, I'm not telling you to break up, but realistically, if you think about it, like, how will you know? I feel like your advice isn't good advice for
Why?
love, because you've only ever had one love. Would I trust?
cares?
Would I trust someone's opinion on chocolate cake if they've only tried one chocolate cake?
Would I trust somebody's opinion on relationships when they can't even handle one?
I can be I've been in relationships, just not like official ones, but not even that.
All failed.
But I'm not saying I give better advice than you, but I'm saying realistically, if let's say you want to eat a piece of chocolate cake, right?
Okay.
Will you go to the guy that's had one piece of chocolate cake, or will you go to the guy that's tried 50 different pieces of chocolate cake?
Well, no, I think that's dumb. Like, try to one slice of chocolate cake, bro.
Brother,
That's like,
that is
you're
your
just
love.
You're just having
that is
same
what
cake,
your love is.
and you know this is fire.
But if you have one
Why
piece of
do
chocolate,
I need to try the other
But I'm not
ones?
talking about. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you and your. I'm talking about as a person who is asking someone for relationship advice, right? I wouldn't ask you for relationship advice.
Why?
Because you've been in one
That's
relationship.
stupid. Yeah, but it's
worked.
worked for so long.
But it's because it's specific to you two.
No,
When
no
when you've
way.
been in
No,
one
bullshit,
relationship,
man.
it's specific to you two. At that point,
No,
what
it's
you guys are
not,
doing
bro. You can
is
apply
not
that
transferable.
shit. No,
No,
you can
it's
apply
not.
that shit to
Kevin,
other
the
ways.
shit you say, if I was in a relationship, it would not slide.
Wow,
It would not slide.
weak.
It's not that I'm weak.
Yeah,
it
I
works.
know.
It works for you two because you two have been in this relationship for so long. But you definitely say some questionable shit sometimes. That you're like, "Hey, this motherfucker needs to chill," or your girlfriend might say the same, or you don't know. You know what I mean? But I'm not saying it as in like you're a bad boyfriend. That's not what I mean at all. What you guys have work and it works for you two. But I don't know, and I'm not saying it's not applicable. I'm saying it might be less applicable than someone who's been in multiple relationships. Let's say you were in like 3. I'm not saying they're in 50 relationships. I'm saying they've been in like 3 relationships. The first one failed. They know why that one failed. The second one failed. They know why that one failed. This third one is really working because they know what they took away from those last 2 relationships. They know what they didn't want, what they did want. They know what they did in that relationship didn't make it work. They know what they didn't do that didn't make it work. So they know these things.
I don't know. This is how I see it, right? Like you can definitely have heartbreak inside of a relationship. Learn from that, but be like, I still want this to continue. That shit didn't work. Let's change it. That's something that happens. That's something that happened in my relationship.
But it's not heartbreak. Like it's not.
It's definitely.
It's not a
heartbreak,
breakup.
bro.
It's not like you two weren't together. At any time, like you guys weren't together. So it's not the same. It's not the same.
Nah, I
because
still think
actually
it's the same.
changing who you're with, because at the end of the day, you're with the same person. It's not like her mentality may have changed or whatever, but like you're with that same person. Regardless if you guys like were on like a 3-day no talking shit, whatever, or you did talk throughout the 3 days, but you were with the same person. This person has not changed. But
Okay.
if you're somebody who's been in multiple and you see the differences, then you can be like, oh, this is what's different. That's why what I'm saying is, as someone who's seeking advice, and I'm not saying I would still take your advice, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying like just in a general way, like I'm not eating the chocolate cake that the guy, he's never tried any other chocolate cake, but he's like, yo, this one's the best. I'm like, bro, how you know that's the best? He's like, because this is the one I've had. But how do you know that's the best piece of chocolate cake if you've only ever had that piece of chocolate cake?
So there's better women out there?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You should break up with your girlfriend, and we should find out if there's actually other women that would support you.
You know what I heard? Like, it was like, oh, you know what my biggest fear is? Have you seen those things would be like, oh my god, this guy cheated on this person with this person, and then the comments are like, I understand.
I get it. And I'm not
The
saying
biggest fear.
I don't want your girlfriend to interpret this as like me telling you to break up. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all.
No, I wouldn't take that advice.
Okay,
at all.
good.
I would
But
be
you guys
big
should.
Bozo.
But you guys should.
Okay.
But tell me my logic doesn't make sense. You can't tell me it doesn't make sense.
No, I still think it's flawed.
So take away. 'Cause I forget you don't understand metaphors though. That's the issue here. Let's maybe understand it like. Would you? Okay. Let's do this, right? Because you like League of Legends. Before you continue, right?
Oh my god. Here we go.
Guy plays one game of Teemo, wins that game, and he says Teemo's the best top laner ever.
But that's not the same thing.
That's
That's saying. Okay, are you gonna trust? Okay, go into that. Are you gonna trust the person that's played the same like character and same lane over 1,000 games, or are you gonna trust the person that's tried every single thing and get advice from him when he's like hasn't focused on a single?
But what
fucking
kind
thing?
of what am I asking it for advice on the game?
Yeah.
Then I'm not trusting the guy that's played with the same character 1,000 times.
Why?
Because what does he know about the game? He just knows about this character. You just proved it. You just dug yourself.
No, it did.
Yes, it did. If I'm asking him about the character, let's say I'm talking to a guy who plays Teemo 1,000 matches.
Okay, let's say let's say you're getting advice from somebody that's played a game, right, for so long.
Okay.
If they're playing everybody, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. But like they can tell you, they can focus on the little things if they're only playing one character.
But that's the thing. Then they only know about their one character.
No, they don't.
They won't be good at the other characters.
They can expand everything else.
But that's not what you're saying. You're saying the guy that's only played one character for his whole life, played the same character. You put him on another character, he probably fucking sucks.
No, because who cares? Like you're asking to play the game.
But exactly, to play the game, not the character. Because your advice,
you use the character to play a game.
Yes, but to play the overall game. I'm not talking about. If let's say it's a fighting game, right? Like let's say it's fucking Street Fighter. What's the guy's name? Ryu.
Sure.
Or let's say it's like a Dragon Ball fighting game, right? Because I know more Dragon Ball fighting characters' names. Just it makes it easier. The guy only plays Goku. I'm not gonna ask him for advice on the game if he only plays Goku.
Why?
I'll ask the guy who plays all the characters, who's decent at all the characters, and the guy who's only played Goku, because he'll only be good. He'll only be good at Goku. So he won't know about the game. He'll know about Goku in the game. No. It's true. Put in the comments if you agree with me, because I know people are agreeing with me more right now.
And they're stupid, to be honest.
Because with your analogy, what you're trying to say is in this analogy, Sophia is the character,
right?
And the game is a relationship.
Yeah.
I'm not trusting the person that's played the same character in the game, because playing the same character doesn't make you better at the game.
Neither does playing all the characters.
It just makes you better
how does playing all the characters make you better at the game?
But I'm not saying it makes you better. I'm saying I'd rather take advice from a guy who's tried a bunch of different things.
Why?
Because you only know about that character. If you study Teemo Q your whole life, you'll really know what Teemo Q does. Now let me ask you about fucking Darius Q. You won't know. You'll know. No, because, but I'm talking about in regular life.
While playing this game, you can see other people playing the game their way. No,
but you're not playing the game, so you don't understand. I can
How
see.
Am I not playing the game?
That's like saying if I watch fucking Faker, that means I'm as good as Faker. No, that's not how that works. If I see Faker playing the game, I don't understand what the fuck he's doing. The same way that if you see somebody in a relationship, you won't understand the intricacies of that relationship.
If you're in a relationship, you don't need to understand intricacies.
But that's the intricacy. That's the intricacy of the character. If I see Faker playing, he's so good because he knows all the intricacies of that character. But this is my thing,
right? Let's say going back, because I hate this fucking analogy at this point. Like this shit is so stupid. But like going back. You can see other relationships fail, and you could be like, "Oh my god, they failed because of this." You don't necessarily need to be in that relationship to know.
But you do.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Because you can think whatever you want from the outside looking in, but you'll never know.
Okay, true.
Because you'll never know unless you're in it, unless you've experienced. But I'm not. Listen, mind you, I'm not saying this because I'm just saying. I'm not saying it in terms of we're using you as an example. Okay, this is just for the idea of it. Okay, Sophia. Love you. I don't want you guys to break up. But you
might as well pull your chair.
But tell me now, if you guys, let us know in the comments. Actually, like if you listen to this episode and you made it this far, like please let us know if you agree. Like, who are you taking the advice from? The dude that's been in a long term, not long term, because you could be, but the dude that's been in one relationship since he was how old?
16, I think.
Will you trust the guy that's been in one relationship since he was 16 years old? Or will you listen to the guy that's been in like 3-4 relationships?
But you're not. But you're making it sound like, oh, he was in one relationship and it ended. But like you're not saying it's been in that one relationship and it's lasted this long.
No, that's even more reason for me to not. If you listen, this is gonna sound shitty to say. If you and Sophia broke up, I'd take your advice then.
Why?
Because then I'd want to know how a relationship that's lasted that long failed. But until then, I don't want to know.
That's so destructive. You wouldn't be like, I want to know why this relationship is still ongoing. Is that not something that's?
But
also...
your relationship is ongoing because of the longevity of it, and
no
because
way.
you guys know.
No way.
I'm not saying you. Okay, sorry, that sounded bad. Yeah. I don't mean you specifically, but I'm saying like, it's it still just goes to like the taking advice part. Like I'm not saying your relationship is bad. That's not at all what I'm saying.
I'm not interpreting it that way.
No. But what I'm saying is like on the advice aspect, I think your relationship is so specific to you two that.
But every relationship will be so specific to.
But it's different when you started dating when you were 16 and been together for 7 years, and you have literally developed with each other. You were each other. It's different if you like were in some relationships before this, and then you got into a long-term relationship. But you have been in one. Like you are each other's first everythings. Like, you have not experienced life outside of each other in terms of relationshipy things.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't. Every single relationship experience you have is from the same person. So your perspective won't be the same as other people's. It just won't. Listen, we're going to let you guys ponder on that one. Listen, we're going to let you guys ponder on that one. Sit there and really think about that.
Okay.
Sit there and think about it. Unless you have a rebuttal, what are you going to say?
No, I think it's just a agree to disagree moment.
It's another agree. A lot of agree to disagree. This podcast.
There we go.
I think we should name this episode "Let Me See Your Dick."
What the fuck?
No, I'm joking.
Fastest way to get banned on YouTube.
Listen, Kevin, give your plugs. Where are you going to be this weekend?
All right, go check us. Let me whip out my phone. Stay there.
Hey, yo.
Let me whip it out. Hold on.
Wait, can we name that the episode?
Let me whip it out.
Or whip it out?
What? Whip it out with no context sounds weird.
Oh, wait, we should name the episode that, actually.
Whip it out?
Whip it out.
All right. All right, y'all. For anybody that's interested that wants to go check out the show, we got a lot of shit going on over there.
You can talk slow, bro.
Huh?
You're like talking like a fucking... Yeah, go ahead.
All right, yeah. For anybody that's interested to coming out to Collector Con, got a bunch of shit over there. Funkos, trading cards, retro toys, Hot Wheels, stuff like that. Whatever you're into collecting, probably going to be there. I'm going to be selling Funkos there. Come check it out. If you're in the New Jersey area, it's going to be at the... Shit, how you pronounce that? Raritan Center? At 97 Sumfield Ave in Edison, New Jersey. And yeah, if you're interested and like aren't gonna remember this shit, Woodbridge Toy Show on Instagram, check them out. They'll have all the information there. That's it.
Unfortunately, he's not gonna have cards.
Yeah. I wonder why. Y'all remember when Juan was like, "Oh my god,
bro, you know you can take initiative too."
No,
it doesn't have to be me. Like, you can just make them yourself.
No.
For the next show, we're gonna do it though, for sure.
Yeah.
I just didn't have time this week. Really, I've been really busy.
We'll get it handled.
But I don't have anything to plug. Listen to HMO. This is the only thing I care about. If this fails, I'm gonna die. Of sadness in a video game. I don't know what I am allowed to say on YouTube. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let us know, like, please interact with us in the YouTube comments, in any comments.
Let us know your thoughts,
on Instagram. Like, we say some things like, I really want to hear other people's opinions, because me and Kevin have opinions and we disagree and we want to hear. Don't text us individually. Like, put it on the Instagram comments, put it on the YouTube comments. Let us know what you guys think about the things we're saying, because it doesn't.
Don't text me. Yo, what you said is crazy. Just put it in the comments, bro.
Just put it in the comments, bro.
Someone's going to agree with you.
Someone's going to agree.
What? Now we keep going.
We keep it going. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace the fuck out. It's been Hear Me Out. Thank you for hearing us out.
Bye.